Russia's war in Ukraine now in its second year. Defense Department officials were called before both the House and Senate Armed Services Committees today.
Today's hearings focused on how the U.S. government is keeping track of taxpayer money and military equipment provided to the Ukrainians. Nicole D'Antonio reports.
Russian forces pounded the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut Tuesday, claiming to have killed more than 500 Ukrainian soldiers in the last 24 hours. This Ukrainian soldier on the front line says the city is on fire, but that Ukraine will live. The failure of Russia's invasion has been due in large part to massive amounts of aid Ukraine is getting from the U.S. and European allies. Now, as the war enters a second year, the House and Senate Armed Service Committees are asking Pentagon officials to account for U.S. taxpayer money spent on Ukraine, which now totals over $113 billion. House lawmakers are expressing concern money earmarked for military, economic, and humanitarian assistance will end up in the wrong hands.
So you can confidently say that to your knowledge, every sensitive weapon is currently under control of those who should have them.
We're laser focused on this issue and engaged in robust oversight to make sure that's the case.
Some Republicans want President Biden to give the Ukrainians more support in order to end the conflict sooner, asking specifically for F-16 fighter jets. Undersecretary of Defense Colin Kahl testified Tuesday the F-16 training and delivery timeline is 18 months, which won't help Ukraine now.
The President did have this conversation with President Zelensky in Kyiv last week. It is a priority for the Ukrainians, but it's not one of their top 3 priorities.
He says their top priorities are working air defense systems, artillery, and tanks. The ultimate goal, to hold on to the whole of Ukraine. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Today's hearings follow a meeting yesterday between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. She announced the U.S. has begun delivery of an additional $10 billion in economic assistance for the war-torn country.